Hello! Welcome to Bad at Board Games.
Well, he's bad at board games.
I'm Brad Lake.
I'm Topher Ferguson.
And we're bad at board games, so you don't have to be. Today, we're going to be talking about...
December!
It was cold.
It was.
I lost power.
A couple times. Actually, during videos.
Yeah. Lost power. Almost lost it through the Christmas day. Yeah, that was fun. By fun, I mean not fun.
Yeah. We almost had to do game day at my place.
Yeah. I did come over to your house to play, though.
You did. Yes, you did.
So, there you go. So, stick around to the end. You'll find out what our top 5 games were that we played in December, and we'll also go over our channel statistics. Fun, happening stuff right here on Bad at Board Games.
Good old insights. Good old statistics.
Anything you want to say about December before we get started?
It's the 12th month of the year. December was insanely busy for me. I think it was busy for you, but it was insanely busy, it felt like, for me. More so than normal, which is funny because normally by December in higher education, our cycle is slowing down, and it seemed like this year was ramping up to busy. So, yeah, I feel like I didn't see you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sad.
It was stressful. I had my mom here for almost 2 weeks.
Yes, you did. Mrs. Lake was here for a long period of time.
I'm glad she didn't hear you say that.
She doesn't watch YouTube. It's okay.
That's not her name. She'd kill him. Anyway.
I don't know. Anything else I need to say about December?
Nah. I just thought it would give people a little bit of an insight into our boring lives.
Sure. Yeah. I read like 5 books.
That's a lot.
Yeah. It was like finishing up my reading
Shelf of
goal.
shame.
My shelf of shame. That's exactly what it was. I have this problem. I start like 5, 6, 7 books at a time, and then it takes me 6 months to finish them, and then it comes to the end of the year, and I was like, I'm 7 books shy of my reading goal. Let's see what I can do.
Well, that's good, though.
Yeah. Thank goodness for Audible.
Nice.
That helped me out a little bit.
Very nice. All right, so we'll jump right into it. So our channel statistics, we are now at, let me look again, 1,894 subscribers, which is pretty cool. I mean, you know,
we were just talking
been a little
about
over
this.
a year.
Yeah, we were just talking about this. It was like, I can't believe that many people like us.
Yeah, we really do appreciate you hanging out and watching us, and hopefully we'll get enough videos out for you to stick around.
Little old introvert me. That's makes me want to kind of curl up in a hole with a book.
There you go.
In a solo board game.
So we had our top videos like of the month that weren't things that were old, just the ones that we actually made. I did like a little video when Henry Cavill started talking about he was going to do a 40K show and that he was like going to be the producer of it and all those kind of things. So I talked about what is 40K. I've played 40K for, 25 years or so. So I showed some of the models and just kind of talked about that. That got 1,700 views, which was kind of cool. And, people are clicking more on Henry Cavill than they ever will for board games. But that was kind of fun. I enjoyed doing that. And then the next video was the top 10 best value games. And that got 1,400 video or views. I'm getting this all wrong. And then our third one was the top 5 games for Christmas that I wanted. I got all 5 games, by the way.
You did.
That was cool.
And I get to play them.
Yes. 557 views, and so we're dropping down pretty hard now. And then we had people didn't appreciate my top 10 worst games. So out of like 150 games that I played or whatever, I picked the worst 10. That got 330 views.
Team Toph, because my games were on his games of worst games. So all of y'all, Team Toph, we're the best.
A couple.
I love y'all. Thank you for
Terraforming
sticking
Mars
around.
didn't make it.
I'm surprised. You don't like that game.
There was 10 games I don't like more than that.
Yeah, you really don't like that game.
I think it's in my top 100 though.
Of worst games?
Best of my games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Anyway, it's not a horrible game. There's just 99 others I'd rather play.
Yeah, you're just not good at it. And I say that out of love and respect.
There you go.
That's okay. Not every game's for every one of us.
No. That's why we have lots of games.
Mm-hmm.
Then our November review got a whopping 239 views. So we'll see how many December gets. But we enjoy doing these, so hopefully you do as well and come along for the journey. So, Mr. Toph, what were your top 5 games? We got a lot of games. Oh, I did get a lot of games played.
Yeah.
I guess that's the one thing in December I usually tell everybody. I crushed my goal of one game, not every day, but 365 games in a year, right? I don't know what the total was, but like just this last month, I played 48 games. Helps having like a week off between Christmas and New Year's as well. But yeah, I'll have to look out the year and talk about that in another video. But yeah, I played a lot of games last month.
You played, for the course of the year 2022, you played more than I did.
Yeah.
I got 329 plays, 140 unique games. Nice. You definitely, of course, you have a lot of the same game.
Well, I played a lot of Marvel Champions. Yeah. I didn't get 100. I thought I would get 100 plays of that. I got like 95 before the end of the year.
I really thought you'd have over 100.
I just once we hit break and the holidays and everything, I didn't play it once. We were playing other things. Yeah, well, I didn't get a chance because like holidays, you know, different kids wanted to play different games, and you know, then the family games, and then you know,
gaming group. And,
yeah, Marvel Champions really for me is a really nice solo game. So just didn't get any real solo gaming except Lobotomy, and I think
you attempted to teach me Marvel Champions.
I did, but then we watched Dune. So like, he finally I got him to sit down and we watched Dune, and then. Now maybe he'll actually like Dune Imperium, the worker placement game, because that's why we haven't played it that much, because he's just kind of like, But now that he knows the lore.
It's funny because, it should be a game that's on the top of my like top 10 list.
Yeah, worker placement.
Worker placement, yeah. And it's such a good worker placement, but I didn't know anything about Dune. And so I was like, what is this? Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what these houses mean. What is this spice? Like, I'm a chef. Like... think of spice in a very different way. So yeah, it's maybe now I'll like it.
Yeah, we'll bring him back out and we'll kind of see how it goes. Anyway, back to your top 5.
Yes. So for the month of December, I got in 44 plays.
Nice.
23 unique games, which was good, and a lot of those actually a lot of new to me, or many new to me games, which was good for December. Part of that had to be with like games I bought myself for Christmas. So that helped. And then some new solo games popped in, which I guess the same thing. Bought games I bought for myself. But top 5 games, here we go. So actually, top 5, number 5 is a game that I picked up at a local used bookstore here in town. Stumbled upon it, took a risk, and absolutely enjoyed it. And that was Aeon's End. What is it? War Eternal. So
yeah, it was the card game. We played that.
Yeah. That I really enjoyed it. I've heard about Aeon's End. I've heard it's good. I've thought about it as something I might want to pick up. It just never really kind of appealed to me in terms of the price versus what I knew about it. But buying it used, I buy a lot of games used, and that one actually was a winner for me. I don't know if you enjoyed it quite as much.
I enjoyed it, but we lost, right?
We did lose.
Yeah. But no, I thought it was fine. I think it's a nice little.
Yeah.
You know, it's got, to me, it had a lot of Marvel Champions-ish things, and I'm sure it came before Marvel Champions, kind of, you know, so like, you know, iteratively, you know, the theme and Marvel Champions, believe it or not, I actually like more, even though it's funny, I feel like I'm burnt out on Marvel, but the last couple of Marvel games we've played have been like, I've really enjoyed the dumb game.
Yeah. Yeah, but, you know, Zombicide is Zombicide, and I mean, they're all...
Well, even the Dice Throne one.
Yeah. Well, I like Marvel Dice Throne better than normal Dice Throne.
Yeah, so anyway. We're getting off track. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, fantasy is definitely a theme in gaming that I like. I don't get into the Marvel theme quite so much as Brad does, but the fantasy side I do enjoy. The boss battlers I'm starting to enjoy. That was not something I enjoyed for a long time, but yeah, I'm glad I got that one. I'm glad I picked it up. That was a lot of fun. So that was number 5. Number 4 for me, a game that have had on my shelf now for about 6 months and finally got to pull it to the table. We played it, the two of us, and then we brought it to the gaming group and definitely enjoyed it more at the higher player count than 2, and that's Blood Rage. So finally glad to get that one to the table. Definitely enjoyed that game a lot. So now I want to paint my minis.
Yeah. There's some nice miniatures in that game.
They are. Yeah. It was good. Now I want to play Rising Sun. You've got Ankh, I've got Blood Rage. Now I want to play Rising Sun to kind of finish that trilogy and kind of see what's going on with it. But definitely enjoyed that one. So that was number 5. Number 3, I'm going to give to Toletum. That was fun to finally get that one to the table. We actually both were buying it at the exact same time, and I was able to change my order, which was good. So we didn't have 2 copies of that as well in the collections. But it was absolutely not what I expected it to be based on the reviews that I had seen online. There's a lot of hit or miss reviews out there. I was a little nervous that I was not going to like it at all, and I enjoyed it immensely.
I had no doubt you were going to like it.
Well,
it's a Euro game.
It is. I mean,
it's like a solid Euro game from Board and Dice, which we've loved every game they pull out right now.
Yeah, Board and Dice games are fantastic. Yeah, it's not that the mechanics and the theme I wasn't going to like. It was so many negative reviews had me.
Really? I guess I didn't look at it.
Yeah, it was just so many people talking about it. And any game that's in the hotness is going to get reviews and criticisms or a whole bunch of reviews, and I'm going to get it and be like, oh, Arc Nova. So, yeah.
You had high expectations.
Yeah. And everybody dislikes our video right now. So that was what, number 3. Number 2, I'm going to give to Heat.
I like that game.
Fantastic game. Yeah, that one was great.
That was definitely one I was picking up because as I was watching it, and it was on the hotness and everything, and it's just like, this does look like a racing game that I'm actually going to like. So I like it.
Yeah, definitely a good one. Number 1, kind of vying for position, but they're all solo games. Aeon's End was almost going to be in there. But I played a lot of Spirit Island and a lot of Arkham Horror, the card game, and I've got to give it to Arkham Horror, the card game. That game, fantastic. Absolutely love it. I completely missed out on it for so long. So I'm so glad you guys have commented saying on the solo videos, why not Arkham Horror? Why not Arkham Horror? It's fantastic. So I've been playing quite a bit of that. I got several games in throughout December. So that is my number 1 spot for top 5 games of December.
That's good. Yeah, I'm hoping one of these months I'll be able to like sit down and play through the campaigns of Arkham Horror. Same.
Yeah.
So.
I will say getting into the expansions out of just the base game definitely brings so much more to it.
Yeah.
Base game was fun. Base investigators are fun, but getting new investigators to play with new series, it adds so much to the game. It's all that horror. Love it.
It's your favorite theme.
Yes. So how about you? Top 5. What do you think? What do you say?
Top 5. So I got Lobotomy as a Kickstarter, and we played it. And I also played the intro campaign to it, and I liked the solo more than what we did. One thing we learned about it, so this is my number 5, but I will say it with a caveat, is I think there's definitely characters in there that are stronger than others, and that will help you go through. And we just picked characters we liked, and their one-shot missions are freaking hard. The campaign, like, at least it's kind of like walking you through it and doing stuff, and that was still hard. And I won that at like the last second kind of a thing. But, you know, when we played a 3-player version of a one-shot, it was like, holy crap, this is like, it was a bit much. But I really enjoyed my solo play of the campaign. Yeah. So that's why it's my number 5. Sorry, my dog's whining, but he'll get his attention here in a minute.
He's hungry.
I already fed him.
Oh, well, he's hungry.
Yeah. He just eats and eats. So that's my number 5. My number 4, we've been wanting to play Brass. It's one of our top 10 games we wish we could play more often. So I was like, just bring Brass over. Let's play that before you go to work. And we got to play that, and it's always a solid game. It's on the top 10. It's on the top 5 for a reason. I think it's a great game. Yeah. So even if I lose, so. Yeah, I've won once out of the times we've played. At least this year we got it, 5 times to the table this year?
5 or 6.
Yeah. So, but I don't have to win. But we've had some, like, I've lost by 1. That one hurt. Oh my God, that one hurt. But you know, like, it's a good game. I like the mechanic. I like the way it plays.
I'm not somebody that has to win every game that I play. I want to play. I want to enjoy it. I don't want to move past enjoying it to have to win the game. Like that makes me not want to play games anymore when I'm playing with people that's their goal, is just to win, not to have the fun of playing the game. Brass, for one, it's a thinky. It's not a difficult game. Like I don't want to say that, but maybe it's because we play it. Maybe it's because we play heavier games of similar mechanics and themes. I don't feel like it's a heavy game, but it's still a thinky game. Like you really have to get in there, and it never comes a moment when you are ahead, when I'm ahead, when we're playing with Ashby and we're both going to lose, that I feel like, oh my God, I'm never going to play this game again, or I'm not going to win this game, or like I feel like I'm not having fun. Like I feel like that's one of those games that you're going to have fun no matter what.
Yeah, it's just a nice, solid, and good experience when you play it. So.
Yeah, I can't believe you haven't beat me more than that. We're close. We're usually always close.
Yeah, it was only the first couple, maybe the first time. I lost by about 20 or something. Yeah. I don't know what it was, but like since then, it's always been real close.
Yeah,
so it's all good. My next game, Wonderland Wars. So we played it as a 2-up, and I didn't care for it that much, honestly. Played it as a 4-player, but I don't think you were in that game.
I was not.
And it's so much better at a higher player count. Like I won't play. I don't think I want to play it at 2.
I want to play it at the higher player count because I enjoyed it at 2.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think it shines at a higher player count for sure. And I enjoyed doing all the things because you had other people kind of like, oh, well, that guy's, you didn't have to like combat the other person and you're the only one. Like I can't go over there and get Toph's thing, right? You know, and so he's like, oh, that's 20 points, you know, but with 3 or 4 people, there's always somebody that can kind of be like, no, I'm not good. I'll let you just have it.
Yeah.
And then the next round, now you have it again, you know, so it brings all that into play. So I liked the higher player count. So that was my number 3. And then my number 2, I say Tiletum, you say Toletum. I don't know which the right pronunciation is, but I like it. I still like Board and Dice stuff. I wish they would like reply to me when I send them emails. Hey, we want to review our games, but I'm still buying them anyway.
Yeah,
but
we've hit gold with every game we've played of them.
Yeah, I like their games. You know, we haven't played all the T games yet. I do want to, and I know a couple of them are kind of like, but. I like the games. I really like the mechanics, and it's, I will complain about Euro games and gray and brown and all that kind of stuff. And there's nothing spectacular. It's a map of Europe, in Renaissance times or something, right? Mm-hmm. But, you're moving around and doing things, and I enjoyed the mechanic. I wasn't very good at it, but, that just comes with time when you start to figure out like, okay, which ways are you going to chain things? Which bonuses you're going to try to get to bring to your tableau? I felt clever on different things. Didn't always pan out, but I liked it.
We were pretty spot on, you and I together. How'd the game end?
Ashby beat us almost by 100. We got over 100.
Barely.
But we still got over 100.
Yeah.
Ashby got over 200.
He's good at board games.
That's the first time he played it. He destroyed us. It was like, I don't know. He's always like, I don't know. And it's like, wham! Oh, I'm gonna lap you. I'm gonna lap you. And he did. His little pebble went all the way around, and he's like, oh, bye, waving at us as he just goes by.
Anyway. That's how it always is. Man, Ashby's so much fun to play with. It
was funny, but I like it. So we're gonna do a review of that. I'm gonna try to do that this weekend, so you guys can. See that next week. I put a post up. Hey, what do you guys want us to review next? Some games we've played enough that I feel like, you guys we can sit down and talk about them. And Toletum or Tiletum and Heat are the top 2, which brings me to my number 1 is Heat. I played it solo. I played it a couple times with groups. I like that game. That game was fun. And when I played it solo, I blew a corner, didn't play right, and just like in real racing, man, the AI kicked the crap out of me. It was no chance. But yeah, I have a few little nitpicks, and I understand why people are kind of like, the rules aren't fully clear. I get that now because we were sitting there like, oh, we're reading this, and then like you watch some other playthroughs and stuff, and like, oh, well, you did. I'm like, okay, that's not super clear in the rules, so. It's an easy game to play, but there's some little nuances that are like, could have. There's not a lot of rules they could have added a couple more sentences in each section.
Rulebooks tend to be a point of contention a lot of times with me and board games.
But. Yeah. But I liked Heat. I liked it enough. I wanted to sit down and play it solo, So, and that's, getting a big board out and sitting down there and pulling everything out. And the AI solo is so easy. It is so easy.
I need to play. Not easy to win against.
Not easy to win against, but easy to just you flip over a card and you move cars. Flip over a card and move cards.
Yeah,
cars. So
that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
And we played at a high player count too.
We played at 5, right?
No.
We played at 6?
There were at least 6.
I know it was at least 5. I have to look if it was 6.
Yeah. Maybe it wasn't more than 6. Plays up to what, 8?
I don't know. I don't remember now. Anyway, I know we at least played 5. It was a blast.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we played it twice.
Yeah.
With that group.
We ended and it was immediately like, we're playing
Let's play it again. Yeah. Yeah. So it was a lot of fun. So that's what I've got for December. Do we have anything to talk about?
I don't think so.
If you like this stuff, if you like us sitting down and just, talking.
Reminiscing,
give us a little
giving each other a hard time.
Tell other people about us.
Yeah.
Hey, our goal is, I would like to get to 5,000 this year.
Yeah.
So that's like 2,000, 3,000 something.
Brad's good at math.
I'm good.
He's an engineer.
So we need over 3,000 more people. So 12 months.
We can do it.
We can do it.
We can do it.
We'll see. But either way, it's still fun. We've made a whopping, in 12 months, $130.
It's not bad.
Would you like to know how much I've spent?
You've made a profit. So glad that you have netted out of this whole thing. So, yes.
We're not doing it for the money.
No. But I will say we are glad that you guys are sticking around and joining us for the ride. That's a lot of fun. It's always good when like y'all comment and I'm like, oh, I know this name. Like it's not just a random comment. It's like, oh my goodness, I've chatted with you before. Like, yeah. So that's pretty fun.
Yep, very cool. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for subscribing. And just remember, no matter how you play, whether it's solo, with family, or friends,
enjoy whatever games you are bringing to the table.
Have a great night.
Bye.